says here, thank you. Um, so Zoe, just see if you can send it once more. Don't know what's going on today. Okay. I'm sending it to Mello and she's being added. So Zoe, I'm not sure what's the deal on your end. I'm gonna try to send it to you one. Thank you, Mello. Let's see if I can get Zoe. And y'all, like I mentioned, sorry, I had there's something going on with my throat. I'm not sure what was going on. So Zoe, there you are. Not sure why y'all couldn't get on it first. But guys, as I was mentioning, let's talk about Sharisa said, let's see what she said.
We see the old merch, Mello. We see the merch, Mello.
You said what happened with Mello?
We see her merch.
Look, Mello, they always say Mello always eating. So with Mello, we kind of talked about this a little bit when your girl was on about dating in the spotlight, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Ready to Promote Addict said, I could, but I don't prefer to.
Okay.
So Misha, when Misha was on, we kind of talked about this a little bit. So look like you fell off, so you're gonna have to send us a request back. Something going on your end.
Oh,
Jamal
I'm
said Mello
not
always
always eating.
eating.
This
So
my
guys,
dinner
we
time.
don't want to lose our momentum. We got people on, so definitely want to continue the dialogue here. But Mello, what's your thoughts?
I mean, I feel like for me, I want to date somebody that's kind of like in the industry because I've had my fair share of women that's not, and then it's almost kind of like you pulling them into a world that they're not familiar with. And then that becomes a problem because sometimes it could be a little too overstimulating for them, or it could just be like too much for them. Like they have to get up and go to work at 9 o'clock, even though, I still have a regular 9 to 5. I'm kind of flexible with my daily schedule. So for me, I want to date somebody that's in the industry simply because there's an understanding there. We can help each other. In the middle of the night when I got an idea that come to mind, I can talk to you about it, and you ain't like, all you talk about is, oh my God, if you ain't got nothing else to talk about. So I want to date somebody who I can talk about different things with. That's just my take on it.
Okay. So let me see. Somebody had a question. Can you see them, Mello? Because I can't see the questions for some reason.
Hold on, I'm about to pull it up on my computer. Hold on.
Let me see.
Hold on. Let me turn the sound off.
Oh, Sean says, I have a question for you, Amanda. Would you date a man with a gray beard? Well, let me tell y'all this, right? The questions for some reason.
Hold on, I'm about to pull it up on my. Sorry.
No, you good. Thank you, Mello. So, if you guys have been following, I remember a time when we had one of the segments, right? And we talked about me dating younger. And so y'all have heard me say that before, so that's nothing new. Thank you, Dara, for joining. And I said that I would date older, someone that kind of resembles. Sorry, guys. My little dog pulled the camera away, so sorry about that. Um, Somebody that resembles the Silver Fox Crew or the Salt and Pepper Gang. So I mentioned that before. So to answer that question, yes, I will date someone with a gray beard. But the biggest thing is, like everybody knows, and this is no secret, I've said them a million times over. I'm just into somebody younger, older, or not. I'm into somebody that's just got a whole lot of swag. I mean, and that's just me and who I am. I was told that that makes me shallow in a way, but like I told Zoe, I was okay with them saying that simply because opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. What's important to me is important to me. And I am big on somebody matching my fly. Simple. Talk to me, guys.
I ain't dating no body with no gray hair. I ain't dating no lady with no gray hair unless like it's some weave or something. I'm not dating nobody that's way older than my mama. Like, no.
The lady may not be older than your mama.
Right.
Mello, she might still just have the gray hair.
That's right.
If it's some hair weave, I can do it. But
Okay.
But
you know,
if it's permanent hair, you gonna say no?
respectfully.
Okay, and that's
Yeah.
okay. But that's what I was trying to get the people to see is the fact that people, like you said, respectfully, people are attracted and like who they like.
Right.
And you can't force yourself to like what is not appealing to you. And if gray hair is not appealing to you, then fine. It doesn't make you shallow. It makes Mello like what she likes.
True.
And then in the midst of that, if Mello decide to get deeper into who that person is, then we get to the substance of who a person is.
Right. I think we were talking earlier about how now with the Salt and Pepper Gang and the Gray Fox Gang, and it's so many of those particular groups with some older guys that they don't look their age. Don't get me wrong. They definitely don't. They just have the grayish hair, grayish beard, whatever, whichever way you want to put it. But I guess my thing is, how do you balance that? Because guess what? If he is older, he may want to listen to Luther while you want to listen to Gorilla. How do you guys mesh that in a relationship? Right? His thing of date night may be in the house Netflixing and chilling all the time, and you may want to go to the club and listen to some music. So how do you guys mesh that kind of relationship, I guess, when you're talking about dating someone older? Because it is a difference. It's a huge difference that I think everybody doesn't think completely through, because his thoughts and his likes are going to be completely different from what you're used to.
Antonio said Mello the realest in America.
As she is.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You have to keep it all the way 100. I think we on the surface try to substitute what society wants us to think that we should like. We was talking the other day, and Zoe will get to what you just mentioned. We talked about, Joe and I, a conversation where I jumped on a podcast where the guys were saying women should like who like them. No, I'm not going to just like who like me just because you like me. Because you like me don't mean I have an interest in that capacity towards you.
That's right.
So I was trying to tell them, what's wrong with waiting, sitting and waiting and praying, getting yourself together, waiting on God to send you a man that has the qualities and the elements that you desire, right? Nobody is going to be 100%. We all have flaws, but what I am saying is, if there's a lot of things that you desire in that man, just because he's like you, he may not have those qualities and attributes that you're looking for.
Right.
So I'm not going to just settle to like anybody just because they like me. Now, to go back to Zoe's point, and then we'll shift back to the spotlight. I think in that space, you have to, that's why you have to date. That's why you have to get to know your person. And you don't want to jump straight into relationships. Because again, to that point of he may want to go out, he may be a Netflix and chill type of person. And to like Mello said about being in spotlight, you may not be that person. So y'all may not be a good fit or a good match for each other.
Mhm.
So you just have to be true and real with yourself. And then don't make that person a bad person. That means they may not just be a good fit for you.
Exactly.
Right.
And like too, like I feel like this, like you know, when it comes to like love and relationships, you got to like the person too. It can't just be oh, cause they like me,
They
I
like
like
you.
them. You got to like them too.
That's right.
There's no attraction there. You're not gonna be into it.
That's right.
So even like I know we got a couple of people that were talking about that has jumped on the they said if you make a new playlist with old and new music, if you like Glorilla and he wanna hear Luther, you just play Kendrick Lamar. Hit them strictly with that fine.
That's right.
Got a little Luther in
Got
it.
that go wrong
But
for
all the new
That's
music,
right.
they sampling all the old songs anyway, so he can y'all get a little bit of both at the same time.
It's not
Glorilla
the same.
sampling some old school music. It is. Boy, you never find another love as good as
And
this.
they
Yeah,
have been
Glorilla,
mixing.
you ain't gonna never find another. It's a mix. There it
That's
is right there.
what I was gonna say. They have been mixing music.
Yeah.
So then, how do you come? That's a compromise. So you have to come to a compromise,
Right.
and the person, both parties have to be open to the compromise if that's the person you like. Nobody should have to change what they like in the terms or they taste. You got to be open to, are you willing to change?
That's right.
You may be old school. That person may have a new school spirit and soul. Can you mix that and make it work?
Right.
And if not, then you have to decide, is that person a good fit for you?
And then to go back to what you said about the men, like dating the silver fox men, that's different from women. Like, so, like culturally, social media wise, if you see a woman with gray hair, you automatically think she old. She old. If you see a man with gray hair, oh, he fine. You feel what I'm saying? It's like a double standard.
Yeah,
So of course,
yeah. I think it is like a double
the
standard.
silver
But
foxes.
if you notice, go ahead, Mel. I'm sorry.
Of course, the silver fox is gonna get more love than Auntie over here because they want to see Auntie BBL up. You know what I'm saying? Like looking good, makeup, face beat. She got to be perfect like these young girls.
That's right.
The women don't expect that from the men. Like women don't hold men to that standard of beauty that they hold women to. It's like men want to see a woman 100% all the way together. You see what I'm saying? They can't
Right.
see you 30, 40, 50, 60%. You got to come in there and just be every time. You could be Netflix and chilling, but your face got to be done. Your hair got to be done. Your pajamas got to be sexy. You can't come in there just with some regular shit on because they're going to be like, well, what's going on?
Right.
But with a man can pull up no haircut, beard, scruffy McGruff, you know, basketball shorts, toe up t-shirt, and the woman gonna be, oh, that's my man, and I'm sticking
Yeah,
by him.
but Melon, that don't work for me.
What-
See, and
what-
that's
I mean,
why
you-
I called Shello.
You a different breed. You a
That
different
don't
breed.
work for me. I still need a man to maintain a certain level of appearance because so do I. And so it'll be at some point I'll start to not have that attraction for you. I think both parties, the same way you had that attraction to that man and he kept himself up in the beginning, I think we all across the board should do the same. Now, I'm not saying you make that lady with a face full of makeup, so that lady gonna always have face full of makeup. I'm not saying that. I am saying that I think in order for that, if you met a person and they looked a certain way, I don't think you should fall off the way your upkeeps are, because again, it's too many people out there, and women don't like to use the word competition, but it's too much competition out there for men and eye candy for you as his woman to think, okay, I'm his woman, so I don't have to keep myself up.
I don't
I call that
know about that,
BS.
D. I don't know about that. Now, I feel like you should be able to keep yourself up, but at the same time, I feel like once we're together and we're a couple, you should be able to love me the same way with no lashes, with my wig off, with it's plain Jane. You should be able to love me in both facets because you know how I look once I dress myself up. Now, for
Right.
you, I shouldn't have to be made up all the doggone time.
But
No,
that's
no.
what I said.
When I go out on your arm, that's different. But
Yeah,
if
Right.
we in the house and we chilling, if I can't walk around with no makeup on and a big t-shirt and some big old shorts or something, then come on, dude. I'm not finna be penthouse every day, all day. I'm not getting ready to do that.
right. And that's what I said. So I said, I'm not saying that that woman gonna walk around with a face full of makeup if you met her that way. That's what I said.
Okay.
But there are some women, that man don't want to see you walking around with no regular t-shirt on, because I wouldn't want to see him walking around with no regular t-shirt on. Now that's just me. That's
Lord
like I
Jesus.
said, that's why I think I got called shallow, because that's important to me. I don't
Right.
even want to see you with no oversized clothes on that's falling off of you when I just don't.
Even at the house.
I still want to see you in a way that I am attracted to you.
So if he at home, he can't wear no big old t-shirt and some basketball shorts and some
He
No,
can wear
he
socks.
his
got a bed
basketball
sheet.
shorts, but I need a man to always have on a fitted shirt. I don't care if it's your t-shirt. I don't care if it's your tank top.
They got to
You
I
be
just
a
need
don't
baby.
want over you
You
don't
want
want
a baby tee and
oversized
gray
clothes.
sweatpants.
say
Basically, you want
again, Mello.
basically you want a baby tee and gray sweatpants at the house.
And I'll be okay with
My
that.
God.
I would be okay with that. I would be okay with your gray sweatpants or your box or your shorts. I just don't want sloppy. I don't do sloppy. That's what I don't do. And I'm gonna not give you that. I'm not gonna give you that. Because I want you to
Keep that in
stay
mind.
attracted to me.
I need to keep that in mind, because when I be at my girl house, it just be just the two of us. Listen, baby, honey, I be stomach out, everything. Like, I don't be giving a damn.
Right.
I'm gonna do better though. I'm gonna do better, because you said I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna get me some baby tees and some gray sweatpants.
They're right.
I,
Antonio,
I'm
No,
if
no,
he
no,
cut
no,
the
no,
grass, he
no.
gotta
I'm
be
not
shown.
saying that. We talking about Antonio in the house. We're talking about in the house. So you're right. No, the man ain't got to be sharp when he go out there and cut the grass.
She want him
No,
to be
sir.
friends.
Right.
I'm saying when you're at home, just because you have secured that person, I'm saying don't let your guard down. Don't let yourself go. Like, people will gain weight. People will, they just feel like now that they got the person, that it's okay to let yourself go, and that ain't the
Right.
case.
Now I'm not saying let yourself go, but what I'm asking is this: does the relationship go beyond what he looks like on the outside? You get what I'm
Well, you met
saying?
him that way. That
So
was your
right, you met him
attraction.
that way, but and once you got attracted to him, I'm pretty sure there was some other attributes that he had that made him attractive. So if he having a bad day, he made it to the barber shop. He made it. He
He
couldn't
better
go get it.
put
He
a
couldn't
hat
go to the
on.
And then not only just that, when people don't fall
Mellow.
out of love
I'm
with
gonna
you
knock you
on one occasion, this is a continuous cycle. When people fall out of love, they'll say, I'm no longer in love with them anymore because I'm no longer attracted to them anymore.
But
Attraction
I
does
but
not
think,
mean.
hold on, wait, I got something to say. I think
go ahead.
attraction is a little bit more so than looks.
Yes,
Like,
that's what I
when
was trying
people
to say.
start falling out of love with somebody and they're no longer attracted to them, it's most of the time it's because of their actions, not because of how they look.
Well,
Right.
I agree to that too, Mello, but by the same token, people, to your point when you said that about the BBLs and men want the girls with the BBLs. So then if you want a girl with a BBL, she didn't have one once you met her. So that's kind of a double standard. Why would you be with a woman that you want auntie to have a BBL or have that makeup that we're talking about if that's not what you're attracted to? So if I like all of her qualities, who she is as a person, her actions, but yet I want her to look a certain way, why that don't outweigh it?
You want her to look a certain way, but I don't think that person has to look a certain way all of the time, every single day, all of the time. No,
But we're
because
talking
to
about, to
me,
Melo's point. I want to hear from Melo to the point that if you met that lady, she got all of these qualities. Listen what I'm asking, y'all. She got all of these qualities that,
Mhm.
remember we said, action
Mhm.
is everything. It speaks more than the looks. Then why would he go with that lady and then want her auntie, to Melo's point, to get out here and get this BBL? She didn't have one when you met her, but
I
she
mean,
had all these good qualities.
I can only speak for myself. Like, I'm not. Me personally, like, I like to see a woman like comfortable in her, like at home. I don't want no woman that's all made up. I dated a girl that would go make her face up and do her hair every time we got ready to have sex, and it would piss me off so bad. Seriously, it would piss me off so bad. I'm not even in the mood anymore. I want to go to sleep now. It done took you 2 hours. You
That's
come
right.
out
Now
here.
that's crazy. But that's what I'm saying. See, y'all missed the point. See, because remember, I said I'm not saying you have to be made up all the time. So today, y'all don't see me a million times over with my makeup on. Today, I don't have nothing on but this lip gloss and these eyelashes and some eyeliner. So you give men your state way before you trap that man, because that man says that ain't what I fell in love with. Now I don't even like her because I'm not even attracted to her. Because
But if
once
he
she got me, then she started taking out that wig and all of that stuff.
but
But
if he fell in
if a
love
man,
with you with just because of what you look like, to me, something wrong with that.
But that's what
but
he was attracted to in the beginning.
but
But attracted
Let me
that
to
let me
and
doesn't
say
falling
mean
this.
in love with somebody should
it's
be
no
totally different.
right,
Yeah,
right.
you shouldn't
Let me
just
tell
fall in
y'all this.
love
I'm
with
gonna give
what
you a
somebody
prime
look like.
example. I'm gonna give y'all a prime example. If I
Okay.
meet you at 150 pounds and you get, and I'm attracted to you at 150 pounds, and you get to be 300, I'm not dating you anymore.
When that 300 is extreme,
That is extreme. But you
But
mean to
it
tell me I
happens,
can't?
guys.
It
You
does.
no, it's
It
not.
does.
It happens.
But I can't gain 30, 40 pounds and you can't still love me. It's based on shallow. That to me, that's some shallow ass love. If
But
yeah,
you
what I'm
basing
I
it,
telling you
mean,
is no,
if
no,
you
no, no, no.
basing
I'm
it,
telling you is that people fall out of love with people that they initially was not attracted
I
to. That's
get
what I'm telling
what
you
you're
guys.
saying. I get what you're saying.
I get
So
what you're
when
saying.
people started to change physically, then you feel like that's when people stop loving them because of the other competition out here. But what everybody has to understand is looks always fade. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
if you
Yes.
sitting here wanting somebody to look the same way they looked 10 years ago, then you need to go get you a vampire or something.
And that
You do
Yeah.
some type of
people
thing.
know that you're
Because
not as you age, you get older. You age with gracefully. But I promise you, see, and that's I think we're on two different subject matters because that makes sense. But what I'm telling you, as far as what you guys was saying about Mellow point was about a man being at home with a regular t-shirt on and some with some holes in it. I don't want to see you like that. I don't. I'm not saying you have to be immaculate around me. That's not what I'm saying. I'm
Hmm.
saying I think we as women should keep ourselves up just like I think men should keep themselves up.
so so
Simple.
what you saying is like even if we chilling, like still have on something decent is what you saying. Like don't be looking all crazy and stuff. Okay, I can understand
That's
that.
all I'm
For
saying.
me,
All
I
that
don't
other stuff I
yeah.
agree with.
Put that
Because
button
and I think y'all went in two different directions of what I was
yeah,
saying.
I get what you saying. I thought you was talking about like physical change, because then you started talking about 150 pounds to 300
No,
pounds.
and then I started talking about that once we talked about some other stuff. But in the beginning, when you said that about it's okay, I just think that there are a lot of men, and I've seen it. They don't even want women to come to bed with no bonnets on.
Well, I want my listen. My girl need to wear a bonnet because I ain't gonna be able to get her hair done every other day.
That part.
She need to put that bonnet on, scarf, whatever she got to do, tie it on up so it can last
They're
a little
right.
longer
They're
than it
right.
needs to.
And if you that
Or
type
And
of
a
get
dude,
out
scarf
you
is
a
there.
okay,
shallow,
but let me say
you a
this.
shallow somebody. You just shallow is all get out. Cause
And that's probably why they said I am.
you ain't gonna look your best all the time. You not. You just
And
not.
you're
Period.
not
Point
going to look
blank.
your best all the time, though. But men will want, if here's my thing. If you want your man to stay attracted to you, I just think that there are ways as women we can wear boy shorts, we could wear lingerie, and I'm not saying go to
Yeah.
bed every day with no lingerie. I'm
Yeah.
saying we could wear boy shorts around the house.
We
We
can.
can wear t-shirts tied in the back. There are ways to be around the house with our man as opposed to looking sloppy. That's what
Wearing a
I'm
muumuu,
saying.
wearing a
We,
muumuu all
we,
the time.
huh?
Without wearing a muumuu all the time. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Moo
You don't need to
That's
be in
what
there in
sexy,
a,
I'm
girl, in
talking
the
about.
moo. That's
We
sexy.
say it again.
I
I
like a
said
moo.
I
I
said
like
you don't
And,
want
you.
us around the
and
house
that's
with
what
no
you're
muumuu
attracted
all
to.
the
That's what
time.
But
you're
see,
attracted to.
but that's what I'm saying. Like when you with somebody and they in that comfortable state, I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to see what they look like in they when they comfortable. I want to see them let loose and be themselves because a lot of times you have to walk around with that representative. You gotta not saying that you're not being yourself, but you know how we are when we out in public. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I'm a little bit
Mm-hmm.
cooler than I am at home. You know, I'm
That's
a little more
right.
put together than when I'm out versus when I'm at home.
That's
So when I
right.
come home, I want to see how my girl undresses. You get what I'm saying? Now
Well,
I do
you
Right.
just
agree with
walk
what you're
around with
saying.
no clothes on. I'm sure you'll appreciate that.
I mean, I would, but in some settings, like I do, like I can appreciate what my girl have on her moo. You know what I'm saying? Once she have on her bunny, because I get to see her in her natural light, and I kind of get to like see her raw. I guess that's what I'm trying to
There
say.
you go.
I
Exactly.
get to
Because I'm pretty sure even the
see her
salt
raw.
and pepper gang, they look good on social media. Yes, they do. But I promise you, when they at home, them jokers ain't looking like that all the time. That beard ain't slayed all the time. Their skin ain't flawless all the time. They
No, and
look
that's
like a
not what
hot
I'm
fucking
saying.
mess.
Just like I just said, that's not what I'm saying. Because again, today, y'all don't see me with my face full of makeup, but y'all will see me with my makeup flawless when we go
So,
out.
so, so,
So
Mr.
my thing is, I'm
Hollywood
not
in
talking
Houston.
about makeup. I'm
Right. No,
talking
I'm not
about
talking
the
about makeup either. I'm saying Mr. Hollywood. We saw Mr. Hollywood in
right.
Houston. Mr. Hollywood at home. Before a photo shoot, he ain't got nothing to do that weekend. He just bored and whatever. He just this his chilling at the house weekend. If he want to throw on a white beater that's too big and some baggy ass boy shorts and sit around the house, you mean to tell me he wouldn't be appealing to you in
No,
his eye in your
because
eyes?
by the, if this is his natural way of being at the beginning, I already said that I'm not. Let's not do that.
Okay.
Oh no,
To
Amanda,
each his
you
own.
tough
To each
on
his
him. You tough
own.
on him. You
Yeah, to
tough
each his
on him.
own.
Yeah,
Because if
you
you
tough
attracted
on
to
him.
him, it should be something else outside of what he looked. Yeah, he looked nice in some clothes, but that man ain't gonna have on no clothes all the time. And are
And
you
I don't
attracted
want you
to
to
him
have on
even
clothes all
then?
the time. I just
But
want
can
you
you
to
be
look
attracted to him?
appealing.
Right, but he can't be appealing in a t-shirt and some basketball
Yeah,
shorts.
I said that, but I don't want to wear holes. And see, that's where I think you guys didn't miss the mark. I don't want it with holes and you looking like you a bomb on the street. No, I'm good with you having your t-shirt on. I'm good
Okay,
for you.
okay. So if he got on some regular basketball shorts and a white beater, you straight.
Right, I said that several
Okay.
times. But
Okay.
no, you're not going to look like you're not going to look dusty just because you at home. No.
Okay.
Uh-uh. You can have on your t-shirt. I don't have no problem with that. You can have on your white beater. I don't have no problem with that. But I don't want it falling off of you looking like a dress. Who? Okay, men in the comments, tell me when you wearing a white beater or a t-shirt looking like a dress. Put it in
In
there.
the
I promise you, men
9
not
Yeah,
doing
now
that.
I don't want you to do that either. Now
And that's what
I get you on
I
that part.
said. Been saying it for the longest.
Oh Lord. I get what you saying. I get it. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess for me, like, I don't know, like, I mean, I be looking like whatever, you know what I'm saying? I cut up a t-shirt or something and just be chilling, like being my natural. I ain't never really thought about it like that. Like, do I want my woman to be like, I'm so attractive? Cause really, like, she ain't even looking at me. I'm really behind her and holding her, so she ain't really even looking at me for real. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I get what you're saying. I never thought about it in that light. You know, I just be putting on whatever. I don't give a fuck. Like,
And I think when we get our partner, that's exactly what we do.
Mm-hmm.
We relax and we let our guard down. And what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying is we we can't do that. I'm not saying we're going to always be conscious of what we do and what we put on. I'm not saying we're running around every day in the house saying, oh God, I got to do this or I got to do that. But I'm saying is before your man come home, and 9 times out of 10, you know when your man come home, make yourself presentable is what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
And I'm not saying you got to put on a face full of makeup. I am saying be appealing
To him.
to that man when he comes home.
Wh- wh- wh-
That man don't
And
want to see
whatever
you
that looks
every
like.
day. Talking
Whatever
about,
that looks like to him, though. Because if he like you in the moo-moo, then put your moo-moo on.
then that's right.
That's
When your man,
right.
but I guarantee
Cookie in
you,
the
he rather
moo-moo.
see you. He may not say it, but I promise you, he rather see you outside of that moo-moo. He rather
Some
see you
people
with
like
a
some
boy
people
shorts
like
on and a
moo-moo.
t-shirt or your bra.
Some folks like
I,
moo-moo.
yeah, and some
See,
do, but
I guess
not
like
most
for
of them.
me, I'm different. You know, t-shirt in the bra. I mean, panty in the bra. That's for me. That's moo mean it's time to relax. You come in here with nothing on or panties in the bra. I'm a Scorpio, baby. I'm ready.
But what if it's like a wife beater, no bra and some panties? That's cute.
Antonio, let's read some of the comments,
Let's
Mello.
go.
Antonio said that's crazy. A 8X white beater is diabolical. But that's what I was trying to get
Yeah,
you to see though, Antonio.
I
I
got you.
never said that a man has to be dressed immaculate all the
Right.
time. Never said that.
Okay, now
I
we got to get
said,
back on subject,
don't
y'all.
nobody want to see a man in no raggedy t-shirt, no holy boxers, no
I got
holy
you.
drawers
That's
around the
right.
house.
That's
Nobody
right.
wants to see that. But the opposite of that is he don't want to see us like that.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
I get what you're
I
saying.
got
I
you.
get it. Yeah, I
I
get
got
it.
you.
All right, so we got from Sean. Do you believe men marry when they want to and women marry when they can?
Mm-mm.
I say no.
I feel
I
like.
think marriage is a choice between both parties.
Mm-hmm.
Beth says, I'm definitely am not interested in changing someone that's just too much work. Antonio said, I like
agree.
big draws sometimes.
What Antonio said,
You
Mello.
like
Big
big draws.
draws sometimes.
So you like them grandma underwear.
Mm-hmm.
He said he like his draws to be big sometimes. I'm assuming that what he's saying. But I
Antonio,
don't
we're
want
not
to see
doing
no woman.
that. No,
If you
sir.
walking
And
around
so that's what I'm
in big
saying.
draws,
So you would be okay with Antonio with them 2 big drawers
I
on.
don't
As
give a
a
damn
man.
what kind of draws he got on.
As a man.
I don't care what kind of draws he got on.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Zoe. I
Oh,
know
okay.
that, Mello.
I don't
I'm
care about
sorry. So to his point, you would be okay with Antonio walking around that house with the 2 big underwear on.
No.
That's what I was trying to. I
I
think
said I
y'all
get
went
it.
in
I get
another
it. We
direction.
went. We did. We didn't get it. We didn't get what you were saying. We got you now, member. We
Yeah.
got you, baby. We got you.
All right, we got
Don't be
Go.
coming in there with no too
What
big.
we got, Mello?
Beth said, I have actually come across several men who prefer natural women, some who feel very strong about a natural woman without the fake hair, eyelashes, and women who don't
Very true.
shave. Oh, girl, bye. Still stay trim, but I have been noticing this as a trend for some men in real life. Child, listen.
What's the trend for men in real life?
Them liking more natural women, like women that don't shave and stuff like that. I don't know about that one.
What about the
And that's
shaving?
what
But
I'm
I do
saying
know.
too.
I
Again,
love
it's
me some
bigger than. That's why I
Uh,
was saying that about it's. And I guess it got to be what's attracted to your man, but that's what I mean about nobody wants to be at the house and you still not taking care of yourself. That man don't want to see you with no. I would think now, unless he was just attracted to a bush under your arms or between your legs, unless he was just attracted to that in the beginning. But I think a lot of men like well manicured women.
I think
oh,
some men,
women
but I
should
think some men, just like women, think that they will convince you to like what they like. So, for instance, there are quite a few men that don't like Brazilians. right?
That's
So they
right.
think that, so that means you may come in with the Brazilian, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as you guys go through the relationship, he may think that he can talk you into, baby, I really would prefer if you had a little bit of hair here or there or whatever. You know what I mean? And they think that
Right.
you're going to convert to what they like because they're your mate. But
Right.
what Makia said something about, yeah, I'm not getting ready to run around and be Whitney Gilbert by the time my man get home. No, you're gonna have to take me in my natural state. And some men don't like lashes. Some men don't want that. So you gotta, like you said before, Manda, you gotta compromise with your man and figure out what his likes and dislikes are.
And it
And
goes
y'all got to
back
figure
to
that
what
stuff
we,
out.
you're right. And it goes back to what we were saying about communication.
Right.
Don't try to change that lady. If that ain't what you like, say that in the beginning.
Right.
So if that lady has the right to decide if I like him enough
To take out the lashes and
to
sit
take my
around.
next time. Because if I'm not, then leave. I mean, I don't even want to waste your time nor mine.
Right.
But men got to be willing, and just like we do, it may be an uncomfortable conversation, but we got to be willing to say what we like and dislike too.
Yeah. But we got to get
And then
back
we
to
got
our
to
topic,
decide if
y'all.
I still want to deal with you. What we got, Mello?
All right, I'm gonna try to read through them kind of fast. People do change as we get older. I just want you to be you as we grow together. Antonio said I had back surgery and gained weight during my downtime. Plus, there are no good restaurants on the road. Is this big said I'm sorry, but that doesn't sound like a sustainable type of love. If the body banging, we can moo all day. LOL. Them moo be on point. I agree. Someone in their most comfortable and vulnerable. Seeing someone when they're most comfortable and vulnerable is where true sexiness comes from. I definitely agree with that.
Repeat that again, Mello.
Seeing someone in their most comfortable and seeing someone when they're most comfortable and vulnerable is where true sexiness comes from.
I would agree.
Oh my God, well, Amanda, I'm cool with just being friends. That's Antonio.
And that's why I put it out there, because anybody who like me, I be trying to give y'all the real me in advance, because I
That's
don't
right.
want. That's right. I don't want y'all, because I know there's a lot of y'all saying that inbox, but I don't think y'all really know who y'all signing up for, and so that's why I be saying you have to know what you're signing up for. Y'all be liking women on the surface, and y'all don't really be knowing them folks. And for me, I don't want to waste nobody's time at my age. And I don't want you to waste mine, and I'm not going to waste yours. I love the real you. Absolute. I just don't. It is a lot for me. I mentioned to my girlfriends, and we'll read some more of the comments. But I mentioned to Zoe the other day, if you worked in a uniform, them folks gave you a uniform to wear to work. And I'm okay with that. But I dare not date a man that every time I see you, you got on the same thing. I don't care if you say you coming from work or not. That's not the uniform that them folks gave you. You got a million things that you could wear to work, and it ain't the same clothes. Don't get quiet out there now.
Amanda, you going in tonight?
Mm-mm. No.
Baby, we already talked about that.
I'm not, because I know who I am. I'm not going to, now I can compromise on things, but what matters to me and important to me, I'm not going to shift and change what's important to me. Now this is just what's important to Amanda. So at the end of the day is this. You gotta either decide if you want to talk to that lady and deal with that lady or not. And
That's
I'm
true.
okay with that. I'm okay with that. And look at Makia like crickets.
No,
I'm
you
not,
see,
because look, tell me, okay, Mello to Mello and audience. So Amanda didn't work out a job that gave her a uniform, but every time time you saw Mel, she had on the same thing, and she said she was coming from work. You tell me, you still gonna be attracted to me? I got on the same thing every time you see me, but it ain't a uniform job.
But what
Well, I mean,
you doing?
when I go out in the field, I wear the same 2 damn shirts and khaki pants, and sometimes I put on shorts with them. So I wear the same thing when I go out in the field, and if I see you, I'ma still have it on. It won't come
Because
straight
Melo, you're in the field, so now you're at work.
But you talking about when it's time for us to go out on a date, I got the same thing on. Heck no.
No. Let's just say you live with Misha. All right, y'all live together. All right, Misha knows that you got your 105.7 face shirt and your khakis. She gets that. But guess what? Melo ain't going out to 105.5 events every day.
But every day she got that same outfit on.
Well,
But if Misha leave the house every day and put on the same thing, Melo, you ain't gonna say, man.
yeah, but I mean, I ain't never had that kind of problems before, so I wouldn't even know what if I saw that, I kind of be like, is everything okay? Like, you want to talk about anything?
I mean, yeah, you can say,
Right.
but you can say something. But you
Yeah,
can say
I
something.
mean-
That ain't gonna raise concern.
But you can say something. But that do that mean you ain't gonna like that person no more?
No, I'm still
If Melo say something and then
I'm
it
still like it.
continues.
As long as it ain't stanky, is it stanky?
I don't want to see if them folks ain't give you no work uniform, and every day you got up and put on that same thing. No, I am not going to come. It ain't gonna work for me.
We got to get back on
For
topic.
me, it's a
We gotta
no
go.
for me.
We got to get back on topic, Mandy.
But that was it. Go ahead. That's what we talking about.
We were talking about the people in the spotlight.
Doug said, I'm promoting my beauty later. I have on the 105.7 fade shirt a lot of times. Probably ain't the same shirt though. You got most shirts.
My point. You got multiple shirts. But if these folks got on the exact same thing, no, we not. No.
Well, you
No.
know what? My girl got me this hat. She got me another one too, and I try to wear it all the time when we go out. But I ain't gonna wear the same outfit with you.
See, that's what I'm saying about the attraction. Y'all say it's bigger than the clothing, but no, people got to keep themselves up because nobody want to see they mate with the same clothes on. I'm sorry, they just don't.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. This is what I differ from other people. I mean, I have dated women that were not on the same level with me. I have dated women on the same level with me, and I've also dated women that were on higher levels than me. One of the women that I dated that was down there, you know, she had about 3 good outfits.
Oh my God.
And she had started like, you know, switching out some things to kind of make it look a little different. She might tie a shirt around it. She might put a shirt on top of it.
They're trying to make the outfit more than one.
When I noticed
that as opposed to the
when I
same
noticed it was the same dress, I'm like, let me go buy her something. Maybe she can't afford it. But see, that's just how I am. Like, I go and buy you something. I go and like
my money.
Like,
Don't start
I go and buy
that. Don't start that.
Okay.
But I mean, that's Melo. I mean, I ain't saying nobody go out here and pay no $2,000-$3,000. I'm gonna go right here where you shop at. Where you went to Rainbow, I'm going to Rainbow too. You go to City Trend, that's where you shop. I don't shop at these places, but wherever I see you shopping at, that's where I'm gonna buy your clothes from. Don't come over here and try to Gucci me and Louis Vuitton me.
That don't make
all that
no sense, Melo.
Okay.
That don't make no sense. You could have went to Marshalls or somebody.
At It Fashion, I'm at It's Fashion trying to find your outfit right now. I'm not doing all that, but I will, like, if I see that there's a need, because sometimes you never know what a person be going through, like, financially, and dating is really, dating costs a lot of money. Like,
and that's what I said. Now let's talk about this. Let's get back on track right quick, Melo. Melo, read some of the comments and then Zoe, let's shift to you.
I'm not
all right,
fooling with y'all.
all right. Beth said, thank you. If there's a foul odor, if so, we got a problem. This is so hilarious. I am dying. Antonio said, "Spit game, Mello." I ain't spit no game. I'm telling the truth. That what Mello do. I'm the truth teller. Antonio said, "Y'all definitely a
Mm-hmm.
hell of a cat." We are. Bell said, "That's love, Mello. I feel that." LaShawn said, "Someone gave Amanda PTSD. Who was rocking the same fit every day? Called them out. You call them out. No, don't call them out.
No, I don't even call them out. But
nobody
at the end of the day, that don't work for me. It don't work for me.
It really
It's
don't.
no, and it's not attractive. I want to stay in love with my person. I want to stay attractive to my person, and that's not gonna get it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel you though, like, you know, it's just, you gotta, everybody, to each his own, you know what I'm saying? To each his own. I know me, sometimes I'm a little bit, my threshold for things is a little bit different for everybody else. Like what some people can stand, what some people can't stand, I can stand for
Right.
a long period of time. But some people can stand, I can't stand at all. Like I can't do
And
it.
that's
So
why I said I don't think it's shallow. I think it's more so to what your point is. It's what it would work for whoever it works for.
nah, for real.
Nope.
So what were you gonna say about the spotlight?
No, I said we got to get back on track to talk about the spotlight and the age difference when dating.
Okay, let's quickly talk about that. You
Okay.
go, Zoe, and y'all go ahead and tag and share.
Okay, so we were talking about, now, but back in the day, now I won't say back in the day. Previously, you would see a lot of older women dating younger guys. Now you see a lot of younger women dating older guys, and kind of what does that look like? Like we were saying, because it's such a big difference in the likes and dislikes. So we were just talking about clothing, great example. So your guy's older, right? So he might want to have on clothes that are not, to Amanda's point, not attractive to you. And then
Right.
you may wear some stuff that may not be, that he may not think that you should have on. So how do y'all balance that? Right? Because if he's older and you're younger, you may want to look more younger and vibrant, and you may have a little bit more cleavage, and your split may be too high for him, and he may be too old school for you with how he dressed. So then, but y'all really like each other. How do you date in that arena? What does that look like? You gonna redress the man and put him on some Jordans and some and what you gonna do? You gonna let him redress you? What are y'all doing? Because
And see,
again, you
that's
got to
why
be
it's about
comfortable,
conversation.
but you
And
right,
go ahead,
and you got
Zoe.
to
Go
be
ahead,
you
Zoe.
got to be comfortable when y'all go out with each other in public, right? Because if you in the spotlight and you dating an older guy, if he come out there with them gators on and a whole colorful suit, and
no,
then you mad. So,
no.
but
But you can't
again,
be
First of all,
mad if you
before we
had
even
your
go out,
conversations in the beginning. See, that's what I'm talking about. Cause
now,
for me,
Amanda, hold on, Amanda.
go
You ain't
ahead.
even got to have that conversation. Check this out.
okay,
We
Okay.
going out tonight. Pull out what you got in mind to wear. What you got in mind?
Say
Now
it
you
again,
ain't
Mello.
gonna be with it on. Let me pull out something else. Pull out something else. No, you ain't gonna be able to do that. You have to prep people for when you going certain places. Like,
right,
and that's even with me. Like, I don't think it even matter about age. You got to prep people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like me and my girl. We hang out in two different places. Same type of people, just different elements of these people. So when
right.
I go out, I'm always in a hat, hoodie, white tee, black tee, little vest, little jeans, little sneakers. But a lot of times when she go out, she wearing heels and stuff like that. So one of the two things you can do, if your person love you enough, they gonna adjust and adapt. If they know, like if they say, hey, we going to this place, you know y'all been there before, and last time you was in there, you had on a hoodie and some jeans, and everybody else had on goddamn loafers and blazers, then you gonna say, all right, let me put a polo on this time.
Okay.
You're gonna be observant and see. Or to be honest, like again, this is something that I used to do back in the day. I hadn't done it in a while. I have not done it in a while. When I used to go out with these little young girls back in the day, I would take them to South Hall and buy them an outfit, the shoes, and the accessories to go with it. And that's what it was. I would buy
You
the
got to
whole
buy them a whole
to go
outfit.
out. The whole outfit.
I'm not gonna
I'm
do
not.
that.
I'm not finna do that.
So Melo,
I mean,
I'm
but
not buying
I'm
no
just
whole
saying, I'm just
outfit.
saying if that's what it is. Like if you know, like if a person is different from you, or a person has not been in that type of element or that space that you're
Right.
trying to take them in, you can't expect them to look up the par, or even have clothes like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially that's like when you see rich people dating broke people. You get what I'm saying? A
Right.
rich man went, like, let's go to the movie Set It Off. Okay, when
Okay.
the man from the bank, he was
Jada
named
Pinkett.
Stoney. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Stoney hood, ghetto ratchet. She got bald braids. Okay. When she pulled up at his house, she had on a damn flamingo outfit. He got on a 3-piece suit, but he knew in his mind, like, okay, you know what? I'm about to take her to an element, or put her in an element where she's not accustomed to. So let me
Right.
get her ready. Let me fit her for this look that
I
we're
agree.
going for. He took her to the boutique and bought her a dress, got her hair done nicely for her. But I feel like it's okay to do that to a certain extent. No, every time we go out, I'm not buying you an outfit to go out with me. After the first couple of times, you should, in your mind, like, after, I'm being honest. After maybe 2 dates of me taking you somewhere that you've never been, and I provided your outfit and stuff, after that, you should start going to the store and picking up different things. Okay, you know what? I know my man might take me to
Right.
Ruth Chris. Let me grab a button down shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta put for some to try. But you can't
Okay.
expect people to just come out like that all the time.
And I'm glad that worked for you and Zoe. I am really glad that worked for y'all.
So you ain't gonna buy no man nothing that you want to see him in.
Absolutely not. No, she ain't.
I'm not saying that. I will do that. But for the most part, with me, we probably won't even get to that level of dating me being your girl. Because if he don't have a certain, see, what y'all missing about me is the simple fact I probably won't like him, never get to that point of liking him to that degree unless he have this certain type of swag that I'm attracted to. I'm just not attracted to any and everybody.
Right. We're not saying that. What I'm saying is, perfect example. So when you meet him, right, he might have on a nice little outfit, right? You and I both know we work in corporate America. So you got to be able to have some swag for the outside. But guess what? If we go to a gala, you got to be able to have some swag for it too, right? So every man don't own a tailored suit.
So if
Every
that's what
man
you're
don't.
talking about,
Hold
that we
on, right,
already have
right.
passed the Amanda test,
Right, but I'm saying
then fine.
if y'all
Yeah.
don't, if he done passed the amendment test, because you like when he put that shit on,
If
right? So when you met
if you're
him,
an older guy, let me say this first though. If remember, I always said, guys, most younger guys got motion. They got swag. And I'm attracted to it.
Cause you
Y'all
like that
asked me one
hood,
time.
Amanda. You like that
Huh?
hood. You like that little hood shit.
No. I'm gonna give you a prime example. Remember, I told y'all if I date older, they gotta be dressed like the guys from
the
Salt and
salt and
Pepper
pepper
Gang
game.
or the
That right.
silver. So no. I will
That right.
date either party. It's the swag for me. Look, that's going to keep me attracted to you. So no, I will date either side as
With
long
you.
as your swag is equal to either party, young
Right.
or old.
Okay, but so let's say
Okay,
he
so you meet that young guy, right? You meet that young guy, right, Amanda? He ain't never been to no gala. He ain't never been nowhere like this, and you want to take him to a gala, and he pull up at your house with the young boy swag. He still look good and attracted to you, but he don't look like he going to no gala. He look like y'all about to go to the spot on flat shows.
But
What
to
you
your
gonna
point,
do?
Mello, I agree with you. You guys have already told this man where y'all going, so he can say, I don't have those type of clothes.
Okay, but what if he say, okay, man, I got it, and he pull up with a collar shirt on, a tie, and some blue jeans? What you gonna do?
Then we just may not go.
Amanda, no!
So you want me to take that man to the gala with them jeans on?
No, what I want you to do is I want you to take him down there where they said him Steve Harvey suit at.
No.
And show him what
that
you're
joker finna do
talking
that.
about. That's what I want you to do.
No,
I want you
Joker
to
finna do
show him.
that. That joke
No,
ain't gonna do that.
ma'am.
That joke ain't gonna do that.
My God.
She ain't finna
So
do
you
that.
so you don't like him enough. You don't like him enough.
But
She ain't finna do that.
He's not
I
that
have
interesting.
already assessed. That's why I
Oh.
asked. That's why I asked about
That joke
have
ain't
you
finna do that.
already passed the that's why I asked though. Have you already passed the Amanda test?
But
So
Amanda,
if
he
you
could have
already
passed the
the
test.
Amanda test, I do like you enough. But guess what? That don't mean we got to go to that gala. We just have to go somewhere else. And then we will have a discussion about it at some other point in time.
But Amanda, what if he passed the Amanda test?
Right.
What if he passed the Amanda test, right?
We
So
just
when
not
you met him,
I'm not finna take you downtown to buy you. So remember, I told you, my money is not finna be spent on no man buying him no clothes.
I knew you
Not
were
doing
gonna
that.
take the man. I know you were gonna take. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I already know. You told me that.
I told you that when we was in Houston.
You did.
And that was just last week.
That was just the
my
other day.
money, huh?
That was just the other day.
I gotta get my standards up. Y'all tough as hell on these niggas, boy. I tell you.
Oh, I'm not buying you.
Y'all tough as
Amanda said she
hell.
ain't finna do it. Amanda said
Y'all
she ain't
tough
finna
as
do
hell.
it.
But I date women, so I'm a little bit lighter. It's a little bit lighter for me. And then I know what type of women I be dating sometimes. Like, you know, like I've dated the ratchet ghetto women that I've had, you know, like Applebee's and Chili's and shit. And take them out to a restaurant and they don't even know the difference between sparkling and distilled water. I done been with them type of women before. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. But I mean, I don't know, Amanda. Y'all, boy, y'all hard on them. Y'all hard on them.
What I'm saying is this. If you're my man, then yes, I probably will. I'm not gonna say I probably will. I will. But if we're
You
just
will
in
what?
a dating stage,
But you will
I'm not.
what though,
I'm not
Amanda?
gonna do that.
But you will what though?
I will buy if you my man and we exclusive and we been together.
They're right.
Then let me clarify that.
Clarify.
Let me clean it up.
Come on.
Then yes, I will buy you something.
Okay.
But if we're just in a dating stage and you show up in the date part of us dating with the wrong attire, no. I don't want you to go that bad.
But hold on. But if y'all a whole couple, y'all exclusive and everything, and we got a gala to go to, and he just may not have a tailored suit to put on, right? But when you see him and when you meet him, he put that shit on real nice, right? Like you like it. But he just don't have gala attire.
Okay, let me answer that. And
Hold on, wait a minute, hold
I'm gonna give you
on,
hold on, go.
because I know what your thinking breath finna say. You finna say.
He gonna get home.
Let me go ahead.
Now, go on, Mama. Go on, tell people what you finna say.
So I think it goes back to like we were saying about communication, right? I have like unapologetic real conversations out the gate. And I guess that's why, because it don't get to that point sometimes. Well, I'm gonna say at this stage in my life.
Okay.
Because part of my conversation has already been. And the person that I'm seeing at this point, I asked them that out the gate.
Do you have a suit?
I'm right. I asked them, do you own a suit? Remember, so I told you that. Remember?
Yes. And we had a conversation about that. But what if the man didn't have no suit?
Then that's why we talked about because of who I am, because of the events that I go to, because of the things that I do to fit in my life, you're gonna need one. So that's up to him at this point to buy one, not me. I've already told you the blueprint. So if I've had that conversation, why would I need to go buy that man a suit?
The lady ain't finna help buy that man no suit, Milo. I don't care what you say.
Hey,
we done talked about this all the way in Houston. I'm telling you, the lady ain't finna buy that man no suit. She ain't finna help him get no suit. She ain't finna send him no cash out for $50 on the suit. She not finna do it.
But,
Belle said we're not going. That's right. We're not going. Simple.
Y'all date men.
Go ahead.
I date women. Y'all date men. It's totally different. For
It's not
me,
different.
it,
It's not different, Mello.
I mean, it is because for me, like if I
If she ain't
notice,
got
like
no black dress, what you gonna do? You going to get her
I'm
suit? You going to
gonna
get her
buy,
dress, or you
I'm gonna
not?
buy a black dress.
That's
I
what
am.
I'm saying. So it ain't no different.
Cause
You,
obviously
you
I'm
gonna buy the black dress? Manda said, "Hell no."
gonna buy black. So I'm tired of looking at that blue.
That's what I'm saying. Manda said, "You gonna go buy the lady a black dress? Whether it come from City Trends, whether it come from
I'm
a
gonna shop.
Fashion Nova,
What I'm saying, I'm gonna shop where she shop at. I
the
am not
same
going
thing."
nowhere. I ain't going
But
up
the
here right here. I'm not going up
right,
there.
but the point is, you gonna buy the lady a black dress. Manda gonna tell that man she ain't buying him no black suit. He
Because
on his own.
go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
Cause he on his own. He should have already told him he need a black suit. Cause she go to events like that, and if he ain't got now, he need to get one. But she ain't gonna buy.
That's right.
Now, if that
Because if
that's
I already so
different
mellow,
though.
make
That's
it
different.
make sense, and y'all in the comments do the same.
Yeah,
If I've already said, hey, here's how I rock, here's the things that I go to, here's the events, because it goes back to dating someone in the spotlight.
they're
So
right.
it goes right back up to what we're talking about. And I've already said, hey, do you own a black suit, black, or do you own a suit, period?
Right.
And the man tells me no. I don't
What
have
you
no
gonna
problem
say?
with the man telling me no. I'm not going to stop dating the man because the man told me no.
But
But
what
I
you gonna
am
say?
going to say, I would suggest
You get
that
you a
you get
suit.
a black, that you purchase
That's
a suit.
different from what I'm saying.
But
See, you
no,
are
but Mello, what I'm saying is if he pull up without it, but why would you pull up without it when I already done told you?
I mean, I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, if they pull up and they got on something and I'm just not feeling it, I'm gonna take them to go get what they need because
Before
obviously they
before y'all
tried.
leave.
Yeah, they tried.
Okay,
If I
so if
Burlington,
Manda, if your man pull up in a suit and the suit too big or the suit ain't got enough swag like you wanted to, are we going to get the man suit
No,
tailored?
if the man pull up with a suit that's too big, we can go to the gala. And I would say, hey, future forward, we'll have a conversation about getting the suit tailored. So
The
no,
man
if he
ain't gonna walk
comes,
around at the gala with the too big suit on the whole night.
I will go to the thing with the man with the suit. But we gotta have a conversation about having a tailored suit. Because to your point, the older guy may not know about having a tailored suit. So
Granted,
yeah, I would go with you properly dressed with the suit. But at the end of the day, we got to have a conversation about the tailored suit. And that's why I said if I date older, I would date a guy that's pretty much in line with those guys because one, they already know about having a tailored suit. They
gotcha.
already know about dressing, and there are guys that even outside of their swag, outside of their age bracket, still dress with swag. And so
So let me
Mello,
tell y'all,
go
all
ahead.
y'all men that be in Manda DM, y'all done already heard it written on. Don't come in there if your stuff ain't together. Don't come in there if you want to wear the holy t-shirt and the too big uh basketball shorts.
cause
She not finna deal with y'all.
we gonna
Yeah, she
talk.
not. You need to have a tailored suit. Could the lady go to stuff where you need a tailored suit? And your swag got to be on point. Not
Go
just
to
on
so tell them where to go to find them men so they can see how they dress.
the salt and pepper peoples, the salt and pepper gang, and the what the folk,
Silver Fox.
what other folk? The silver fox people. Find them, and then you'll know what she like. And then you gotta have that kind of swag, and you got to have the regular young folk swag when you going out casual. So don't even waste your time and let it DM if you ain't ready for that. Cause I'm telling you. I to hear about this stuff on the other side. I'm telling you. And then I don't want to be defending y'all and y'all ain't got y'all stuff together. So just don't even DM that lady. Cause get what? She gonna be saying, Zoe, look at this joker right here. Look what he I'm just telling you, don't do it. Just don't do it. Please don't do it, Mrs. Sir, because she ain't gonna give you now time of day. Just don't even waste your
And
time.
she's not
Just don't.
spending her coin.
Oh my God, Jesus. That just ain't gonna happen. Now Mello might go buy you some from City Trends or
Hey,
It's
listen, wait,
Fashion
okay, hold
or
on, wait.
somewhere, but honey, Mello not finna buy you nothing from
Listen,
Walmart. Do you hear me?
I don't shop at City Trends. Let me put that out there. I don't shop
Now
at.
you don't.
But I said I'm gonna shop where you
What
shop
a
at.
lady shop. Bingo.
If that's
Bingo.
where you choose to get your clothes from, that's where I'm gonna take your ass. If
That
you
what
ain't
Mello gonna
finna go
take
up
you.
here on me
That
and be right here with
right.
I'm
That right. But
if you right here, I'm coming where you at.
right. But
I'm not gonna.
Mello ain't finna
I'm
buy
not gonna
you
take you to Ross.
absolutely
I ain't gonna
nothing.
take you to Ross. I'm gonna let you go down here. I
Okay,
ain't gonna take you.
now Mello, you can go. Why they can't go to Rose?
If they like to go to City Trends, they don't shop at Ross. Them two different places.
Mello,
But I'm just saying.
read some of the comments.
All right, let's see
I
what we
can't with
got. We
y'all.
got
I cannot.
whoever Damian Striker is. He said I
Who
would
that is?
Miller. He probably somebody that be in
Uh-oh.
the deal.
That
They're
right.
my friend. Mello don't come from my friend.
Okay,
Mello don't come from my friend.
sorry about
You ain't
everything.
got no friend.
He said,
Go ahead, Mello.
whenever they start calling you Miss Miller, we know what time it is. I agree with
That
Miss
part.
Miller.
Who that
Antonio
is?
said tougher than Damien. Antonio said tougher than a motherfucker.
That right. And
Damien,
she is.
you better talk to them, Miss Amanda. No, my bad, Miss Miller. He said they need to buy Miss Miller something. And then Antonio said, let's go finish. Damien said, if they mess with Miss Miller, they got to be GQ magazine. Beth said,
Damien just trying to be in the DM. That's all that
They're my
is.
friend
Damien in the
already, so
DM.
don't do him like that. Don't do him like that, though.
Whatever.
he already in it. We know what's going on.
Bingo.
So we right here with he
Bingo.
already in it.
Yes.
Beth said that we not going. If he pull up and he ain't got on what he need for the gala, we not going.
That part, Beth.
Micaiah said, now our grandmamas back in the day used to tell us to take that man that treats you good, pays the bills, and fix him up to your standards. Fix him up with his money though. But times
That's
are
right.
right.
Now he can. That's right, Makia. If he give me the money, I can go
That right.
shopping.
Fix him up with his money. I agree with that part. Yes.
That's right.
Lord,
I'm not doing that with his money.
What else we got, Mello?
Beth said it is good to know yourself before getting into a relationship, whether it is with someone who is in the spotlight or not. That way you can have that conversation that needs to be had about things that truly matter to you both.
That's right. Hey,
Have
that's the point. It's not shallow. You got to communicate and get to know these people to know what's important to them. And then she may not work for you. Just like Antonio said, I'm okay with being not a friend. Because now people be know. That's why I don't sugarcoat it. I don't want y'all to like me if I'm not because I'm not for everybody. I know that.
That right. That right. Cause she ain't gonna want y'all in no holy white beater and them too big basketball shorts. Don't come in the house with that on cause she ain't wanna be bothered. You done told
You
y'all
can have
that
on
already.
shorts, you just gotta have on a tight shirt. You gotta have on a baby
No, them too big shorts. If they got a hole in it, she gonna have attitude. I'm telling you.
They can have on the too big shorts, but they don't need to have no hole in it.
That's what I'm saying.
Also too, I need your shirt to fit your body. I don't need to be. See, if I got on mine like this, I don't need yours
got
to
to
be
fit.
hanging all off
That
you. Slap
right.
Joe.
Get what? Jay don't even wear no shirt. Cause she like that too. Jay
Now
don't put
you
no
know
shirt on.
that's right.
Jay don't even
That's right
wear
now,
no
so
shirt.
that'll solve it all.
That
Just don't put
solve
me
it
on.
out. You ain't even gotta worry about your white beater side. Jay don't even wear no shirt.
And I'm okay with that.
She
Absolutely.
like that part. She like that part.
Charissa said Amanda been hell on wheels.
She have.
Benny.
Thank you. And you knew it. And you knew it. And cause she have. And all these, how many years is it?
A lot of
A lot of them. A lot of them. She been the same way. I'm telling y'all. That's why I be telling people. Y'all ain't ready for that. Don't ask me who my friend is and how you can talk to her. Don't even worry about it. Cause in 2 days, she gonna cut your ass. She gonna just don't even worry about it.
And we gonna talk about your ass on the
Bing,
podcast.
that part right there. What we gonna do, Mello?
Talk about
So
your
I
ass.
think to Zoe's point, and
That
guys, we're
part.
gonna get ready to close out about dating of that age across, because I do think being a cougar was a thing for a while. You've seen all
It
these
was.
videos about women dating younger guys and being cougars
Mhm.
and stuff like that. But I do believe because of those guys with the Salt and Pepper Gang, the Silver Fox Crew, all of those distinguished gentlemen's groups that have the young boy swag, but and mixed in with the grown man tailored look, it
Mhm.
has shifted for women to start being attractive to older men. And so that's just me. I think they are trending right now. Those
Mhm.
two groups. If y'all don't know them, go out there, TikTok or IG, Google them. I think they may be on Facebook. I don't know. But I do believe that those looks have started trending to women. Because again, they're the gray bearded men. Some got it
Mhm.
mixed in. Some got black. Some got gray. Some got totally gray. But these are distinguished men that have the appealing look to what Mello was talking about the young boy swag,
Mhm.
but yet to Zoe's point with the tailored suits. And
Mhm.
so I think I personally think that it's starting to shift. What about you?
Would agree, but at the same time, like what Mello said the women with the gray hair, if it's not if it's natural, she don't want to be bothered. But if it's a wig, then she okay with it.
Let
So I
okay,
think
let me fix it. Let me fix it. Let me fix it.
okay, okay,
I,
go
I
ahead.
don't care about if her hair gray or not. I'm just not into older women. I feel
And
like
see,
for me, they'll be like kind of like having like a motherly type, you
okay.
know, nurturing type spirit for me. But I do like
Mello,
I
hold
do
on. Mello,
like women.
don't sleep on the older women because some of the older women can outbeat these little young
I
girls. Don't
ain't saying
sleep
that
on them
they
older
can't.
women now.
Saying that they can't. I don't want to I don't want to OB. Okay, I don't want to OB.
But Mello, let me ask you this to your point, because remember, Zoe, I said that in Houston.
You did.
I don't want a man to make me feel like he's my father. I don't want. I'm not. But Mello just said that she believed that the older women would be like a motherly type without the overly nurturing, and I agree. I said that too when we was in Houston. I'm not saying I don't want you to be affectionate and passionate, but I don't want you to be overly where it seems like I'm the child and you the daddy.
Right. And I guess that's just what it is for me. I mean, but I mean, I just don't date older women because that's not my preference. But I have dated women older than me, but it have to
Right.
be a few years. I can't date like I'm 30. I'll be 38 this year. I can't date no later than 50. I'm not doing it. I
So,
don't
So
even
Mello, you trying
so
to
she's
tell me?
65. You ain't gonna be bored.
So
I,
look, Mello. Now you saying you want to date Mello?
remember, no, hell no, because I like to walk around in t-shirts
I'm
and
just
big
saying,
ass shorts.
Mello. I'm saying like you said you wouldn't date nobody 50, but Mello, I don't look my age at
Look,
all.
50 don't even look like 50 nowadays. Well, what I'm saying is, when she say that I'm 50, no, I don't want to go with her. Okay, I don't
Okay.
want to go with her because it's I like to be on the go and do things, and
Mello, wait
50
a minute,
might
hold
not
on.
be.
But that don't mean that the lady can't do that.
I ain't saying that she can't. I just don't have time for it.
Oh
You
Lord
know,
Jesus.
I
And
just
I
and listen.
respect it.
I just
I
want.
respect
I
it
want to date
because
somebody.
it.
I don't know.
Go ahead,
I don't know
Mello.
if I'm saying the right thing right now. I don't want to piss anybody off. I
Yeah,
don't want to
that
get.
tequila, that tequila done got to you. That's what it is. That's what it
But
is
what
right there.
But
I'm
here's
saying
the
is,
thing. To
I
the
don't.
same points that I was making earlier, guys, and we got to close out. Same thing that like what I was saying earlier. Mello is saying off the dribble. If you say you 50, it's something about that in her mind don't sit well. That's what I'm saying. for me, there are certain things about certain guys that don't resonate with me out the gate. So
That ain't
I
what you
don't even want
said,
to waste
Manda.
your
That ain't
time, and
what
I
you
don't want you
said.
to
That
waste
ain't what you said,
mine.
Manda. That ain't what you said, Manda. What you said was that man can't wear no holy t-shirt, and he can't wear no too big t-shirt looking like no dress, and he can't wear no big old basketball shorts. You ain't finna be bothered with that. And his
Because they don't
swag got to be
resonate
on
with me.
point. That's right. His swag got to be on point. Whether you at a gala or whether you going to the club or whether you going to dinner, he got to be right.
That's
Go and
right.
tell the folks so they can say out your DM with the wrong stuff.
Go on. Now,
Go-
as far as the spotlight, y'all talk about that right quick so we can, because I told Zoe, I said, I believe those guys in those distinguished groups, they're in the spotlight. So I think it would be very hard to date them. But more importantly, I think it would be hard to date them if you don't look a certain
That's
way.
right. That's right. That's what we should.
And that's
That's what
what
you
I'm
said.
talking about as far as the looks. I just think people of certain caliber, unfortunately, I'm not saying it's right, do look for something that matches for them. I think most of that they may not have pretty faces, they may not have a nice body. They may have either or. But I think those distinguished gentlemen groups are looking for a certain type of woman so that when they're out, they match their swag or they match a certain look. And
Right.
that's what I've been saying this whole time.
Right. You're right.
And thank you, Damon, for the compliment. Mello, if you don't mind reading the comments, and let's close it out, guys. Y'all was amazing. I love y'all.
Right. It
Mello
was
and
great
Zoe.
tonight.
All right, Damon
That's why I
said,
said, Mello, one second before you read the comments. That's why I tell people, we don't agree with this all the time.
Right.
This is what makes
Baby,
for a
we
great
was in
show.
Houston with a whole issue. And Linda won't be in on nothing, baby. If that what it is, that what it is. Love
Mm-hmm.
well,
what it is, but that what it is. So y'all for
Well,
better
I,
be ready when you come in that DM. I'm just telling y'all. Cause then I got to hear about it later on. And I don't want to keep hearing about y'all.
ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like to date women who have high standards too. You know, from time to time, I will go chill in a wretched pool, but I haven't been there in a while.
Who said in the rest
Haven't been there in a while, but I do like I do feel like it's a lot it's different when you date a woman with with stature and poise and stuff like that. It do make you elevate yourself, step your game up, and it also
Yeah.
just who you are as a person. So I ain't nothing wrong with it, Amanda. You know what I'm saying?
Not
Like
all.
a lot of women
I
need to
think
be
people
more.
just like what they
Yeah,
like. I think people just like what they
and
like.
a lot of
Period. Point
women
blank.
feel like you, but they also feel like they have to settle sometimes because you
Ooh.
always taught that it ain't gonna always be 100. You might get 80 out of 100. You might get 75 out of 100.
That's
But
right.
Amanda 100 on the 100. That's it. So ain't nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm gonna read the comments before we close out. Beth said, "I truly enjoyed this session/episode, including all the comments. Respectfully, this information is great to ponder on and consider. Thanks to everyone who contributed to this intelligent, heated discussion. Blessings to you all." Beth also said, "Oh, I may still have a chance, Mello. I'm 45.
Hey, that's right, Bill. Put it on out
She
there.
said, trying to be with me, but she is 45. Beth, you
Beth,
are
I
such a
don't
beautiful
think you
lady.
want to do that. Beth,
But
I
I'm
don't
tell
think
you
you want to do
something.
that. Let
I
it
like
go.
my eyesight. I like to be able
That's
to
what I'm
see.
saying. That's what I'm saying, Beth. Just let it go. Just let
But
it go. The
what? You
same way
can't
with
follow
y'all
me on
guys in that
IG.
DM for Manda. Just let it go.
You can't follow me on IG. And we want Mello. You can like a
Mello,
couple
don't
things.
do it.
I'm
Mello, don't
cool
do
with
it.
it.
Just Mello,
Yeah,
don't do
don't
it.
slide in my DM though. My DM is
Mello, don't do it.
my DM closed. What the little meme say? I like somebody and we be kissing. Yeah,
They're
that
right. They're right. Just don't do it.
right. Somebody said, Damien said this show is amazing. He said, Miss Miller looking amazing for your age. You don't look it. Beth said, I agree with that. Makaya said, what's your sign? Your sister answered already. She said Libra unbalanced.
Libra, that girl a Libra.
And Beth said, you ladies fly with your own point of views. And she said, "Will do." That means she gonna follow me. Follow me, Bill.
Don't
Like a couple pictures.
follow.
You listen. Let me tell
Yeah.
you something. My girlfriend knows that I'm in the world.
She is.
She's in the world. She is very attractive. You know what I'm saying? Like
She is.
So ain't no point in her being mad because I don't get mad. I just laugh. I think it's funny. She probably would think it's funny too, long as you don't take it too far. Then, but like she understand we have to. When you in the entertainment world, whether you married or you in a relationship, you gotta have a little bit of, you gotta flirt a little bit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That help you maintain your fan base and stuff.
But
So
as long as you
all
got
the,
the trust within y'all, then y'all good, right?
to all the women out there, I love you. But
Guys, this was great. I love both of you all, Mello,
Mello,
Joe.
right?
Y'all, thank you so much for the engagement today. Today was amazing engagement,
Yes.
guys. We
Yes.
got to keep up the momentum. And I love the opposite because, again, I tell people all the time, I do not like shows where everybody feel like they have to agree with the people who host the shows. I love to hear the difference of opinions, whether it's agreeing with us or not.
That's right.
So keep up the good work, keep engaging, keep tagging and sharing. We love it. Zoe and Mello, yeah, I got y'all. So next guys, y'all continue. Make sure you go out there and look up download the 105.7 The Phase app. Make sure you're
Yes.
following us on 105.7 The Phase, social media, Facebook and IG. Mello, who do we have tomorrow? So we can, do we know
Right.
who we got tomorrow?
Thursday lineup is something brewing from 5 to 7, and then from 7 to 9, I believe it's 7 to 9 is 15 Minutes of Fame hosted by award-winning host Game Over. So that's our weekly lineup, but y'all make sure that y'all tap into the app. We do have some new if you have any businesses or anything like that, we do have some new opportunities to promote your business. Anybody that manage artists, no independent artists, or if you are independent artists, hey, we have a platform for you as well.
That's right.
Just make out, visit the website www.105.7thephase.com. Follow us on IG. Follow Amanda Miller Talks. Follow Talk.Queens. Follow Zoe. Follow Mello. Follow the Let Me Spin Your Shit podcast. Like, we just keep up with 105.7 The Phase. We got a lot of things going. And before we get off, I do want to give a special shout out to the city of Clarkston.
That's right.
We did our fourth egg hunt there on Saturday. It was a success. The kids was off the chain. I tell you, they was off the chain, but they really enjoyed it. So shout out to our big CEO, Sharissa, aka C, aka Doug,
That's
aka
right.
DP. Whatever you want to call it. She did a big one over there. Shout out to Shay Baby. They both put that event together. Shout out to DJ Ambition. And also shout out to Fever. And then shout out to me for wearing that bunny costume.
Girl, you did
That's right.
amazing.
That's right. You
Guys,
did good, Mello.
in the chat, Beth, we love you. Thank you so much for supporting us. Beth has dropped the 105.7 The Phase link. So, guys, all thing I gotta do is click on it, go on over there. Beth, you're amazing, guys. See y'all next week, Monday.